Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Play On. My name is Candace Barrett.
I'm Rob Mackay.
And this is Pearcey. And can I say, guys, happy 100th.
Happy 100th.
Way!
How did we get here? 100 episodes. Seems like only a handful.
It's a journey, isn't it? I think we should talk about the journey, how it all started and how we came to be.
I think we should throw to Candace. How did this all start?
Absolutely.
Was this one drunken night out in the referee's function?
Referee's function. I listen to lots of rugby podcasts and I just was getting very frustrated by the continued just bad words and slack that coaches and players would give referees. And then I was just like, hey, this is not on. There should be a platform where we should be able to
where we can slag
on
back.
Players, but also be able to come with like showing both sides of like what happens in a game and actually come with actual laws and reasons rather than just like making, a bunch of noise, which goes nowhere. But I was in Central West when I first moved here. I met Pearcey.
Hey-o.
And then I was just like, this guy is the most level-headed, cool.
Hang on.
There's two things I've never been accused of before.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean that like in terms of like when sometimes there's coaches or referees that are, I guess, more calm and have like you say like the vibe check. And there's things like that where you are very approachable and knowing now that you were quite high up in refereeing, I'm so glad you can talk about it and be able to have those points of views. And everyone appreciates them.
Oh, look, I've never been short of a point of view. And I think you and I were talking early on and we thought there's another numpty that can talk shit about rugby. Let's get him on as well.
Yeah. And then I met Rob when I was in Sydney. And obviously I went from Central West to Sydney and I was just like, this guy knows so much and so many people. He needs a platform. And
can I say, we need someone who's going to bring all the big words.
Yeah.
I'm your $20 word man.
Oh, we love it. We love it.
It's been the fun. Law nerd. So that's what you need.
Well, I have a listener law nerd question that I will raise later on today.
We love
one of our great law nerds in Central West has raised it with us. Shout out to Liam.
Yeah, very good. Thank you, Liam, in advance. I might not be thanking you later, but that's good.
No, I think we got this one.
And I think, Candace, too, the way it started, it was, I don't want to say loose because that paints the wrong picture. But
no, it's pretty loose.
But we're in terms of how we actually do it, like finding our way, trying to get these three cats in the same place at the same time.
Yeah.
That
There's
was
times
interesting.
when we were in studios, like proper podcast studios.
That's one of my highlights when we went to the Manly studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. We don't have much video footage of that, do we? We should probably dig some out if we can.
Oh, I'm sure I have it saved somewhere.
Yeah.
In a drive somewhere.
Yeah.
But no, it was really cool being able to like find the nuances in podcasting where you go from little road mics into what can you do online, what video content, working with various guest pods, which has been really exciting. There's a few numbers I have. I looked at the numbers to find out what sort of people have liked to download the most and everything. So I'm happy to share those later on.
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. And I think there's, now that we've hit the ton and we can raise the bat, I think, you've got to go on with it. That's always something that's important. So, raise the bat.
Woo.
And I think there's some really good things that we can do ahead of us. And I'm looking forward to that as well. So watch this space, team.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
I need to do a check-in on my friend Candace because I'm just reading the catch-ups here. Talk me through what happened.
Okay,
yes,
guys.
I know, right? This is funny, not funny, right?
This is funny, not funny. Also very classic Candace. The one game I have where I can actually walk to my rugby match to referee. Halfway through, I completely stacked it on the street, like completely, where I just got the bunch of my skin on my knees completely scraped off. And then there was such a bad fall that other people had to stop and check if I was okay. Luckily, I had this scenario where
Did you have a sand shoe blowout or something like Rick Disney?
I actually don't. Yeah, my left ankle went one way, and then my right leg was trying to like break the fall. And when it happened in front of like a gas station if you're walking in like to Manly.
Oh yeah.
And it just so happened my ex-housemate's ex-boyfriend was walking outside the gas station. And
I'm getting from the vibe that we don't like him, and yet he's probably standing there saying,
but he was my savior. He's a tradie, so had a first aid kit in his truck.
"Oh yes,
So,
who doesn't love a tradie first aid kit? They're the best."
yeah, so I was able to just patch myself up enough because he just wouldn't stop bleeding to get to the oval where I was like, I know there'll definitely be physios there. And then the physio was just like, Jesus, what have you done? And even the girls getting taped were just
you should
like,
see the other guy.
So is a tradie first aid kit a 6-pack or a 12-pack? And is it a bachelor's handbag or
just
is it
the
a
little
burger?
green one, the little zipper green one, then you can buy it. Like, I know what you mean.
And usually chock full of Band-Aids that the adhesive's gone off. And
Yeah.
there is
Everything
a sling.
looked fresh.
Yeah.
There is a sling. I remember talking to a couple of apprentices way back in the day. No, mate, I need a left arm one. Unidirectional slings.
Was that before or after the stripy paint,
The
Pearcey?
stripy paint and the 1/8
Left-handed
inch
hammer?
hole saw.
God.
So the physio repaired,
Yeah,
did some
cleaned
running
me up.
repairs?
Yeah, I got some bunch of gauze and tape. And then after I ran my match absolutely fine, looked down, I bled through all the gauze and all the tape. So I
Ew.
then had to go to like a doctor nurse area. Yeah, I
Blood
know,
bin.
just blood bin myself. And yeah, they looked at it again, cleaned it up, and then I got a tetanus shot, which
As you
apparently
do.
lasts me 10 years, guys. Pretty cool.
Yeah, but you need one every year for it to last you 10 years.
Oh, really? What?
No. They
But
seem
yeah,
to
that
be
was
like,
my
have you had
Saturday.
tetanus shot? Yes, bang. Here, have another one anyway.
Yeah. And it's always so gently administered.
Yeah, we had one that used to pin it.
Yeah,
Dartboard.
Oh,
nice.
apparently they're
Nice.
really long. I had to look away. I was just like, no, I'm not going to look at that.
I always look away when I'm having injections. I've
But
never
yeah,
been good with them.
that was my Saturday.
So, Candace, you don't have tetanus. That's the awesome byproduct. Is it still? I imagine about 3 days on, it'd be pretty crusty and hard to bend the knee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very much so. I
That's fun.
keep on spraying it with this like little hydration spray, but I need
As an old man who's taken a lot of skin off in his day, get yourself some bio oil. That is the best.
bio oil. Okay. I'm most worried about how I'm gonna have the giant graze mark on my knee, and I won't be able
chick
to
stick
have
scars.
pretty
They're
legs.
awesome. Chick stick scars. You get some rippers there, like that one. That was 60 k an hour up the road. That's deep.
You are allowed to use your brakes, Pearcey. It's okay.
Nah, coward levers.
Coward levers. And I'd just like to say, Candace, I think you're a bit young to be having a fall. So I think you just fell
Yeah.
over. All right.
Candace,
I think I should just
can
live in a
say,
bubble.
You shouldn't drink so much before the game.
Yeah. and I'm going to speak to the appointments team. You're never having another appointment at Manly Oval.
Oh, no.
It's just too dangerous.
It's just
Well,
too
I'm glad to
dangerous,
hear
right?
you got through the game.
I'll take a bus next time.
I'm glad to hear you got through the game. Rob, how'd you go on the weekend?
My weekend was an interesting one. So I had a subbies game, and it turned out it was Epping Ladies' Day. And so
Hang on, pause. It was effing Ladies' Day.
Epping.
Epping, suburb of North. Yeah, okay. Epping, E-P-P-I-N-G.
It was a noun, not a verb, Pissy. No, let's not get out items of
I
speech
got all
muddled up
excited
here.
then.
So they had their Ladies' Day. I was refereeing the first grade game. I was wandering onto the field, and they set up a tunnel, and someone called out my name. They knew who I was, and they said, "Right, through the tunnel, Rob." I was like, "Okay." So I got clapped and cheered
amazing.
onto the field, which was lovely.
Yay.
And then
Glad they gave you the respect you deserve.
Should they do that for everyone? Should all the players?
No, I don't want to make a habit of that. That was a nice way to start the game. And the game had yin and yang. Epping needed to win to make the semis, or to be guaranteed a spot in the semis. They scored a try on the bell and won by 6. So tight game.
Mm.
Came off the field, spoke to both team managements, and then the losing team was having a group photo, and I was going past. They said, "Oh, ref, you got to come and have a photo with us." Yeah, big group photo. I'm in the middle, hugs, thank yous, etc. I was like, I guess I'm probably doing okay if the losing team wants to have a photo with me. So that's
a
Yay.
fair measure.
that's probably a win. And then I ran the boat races, and not being a beer guzzler, I tend to scull a wine or two, as you may know, when I'm doing that. So
Oh, red?
Chateau de Chasselet?
No, it was good. It was quite good wine, actually.
Oh, you don't guzzle good stuff.
Well, I didn't have a lot of choice, Pearcey, because you know what it's like.
It's pretty fancy up at Epping.
Yeah. So anyway,
Are they still the Rams? Are that Epping Rams? Is that
yeah. They said at the end, "Oh, do you like your wine?" I said, "Yeah, I do." I said, "Well, look, here's what's left over. We're going to chuck it out. You might as well take it home."
Right.
Like, if you insist.
Go in the box.
Couple of. It was only a couple of bottles, but a couple of bottles of nice wine. So thank you very much, Epic. I had a great day. It was just really enjoyable to be out in the middle with two teams who, despite a yellow card to each team, just had a lot of fun. And I've got to say, there was the Epping captain. Epping weren't being very smart and they were losing. The rant from the Epping captain behind the post after Blacktown had scored.
Strip paint.
You could hear it from Hornsby to St Leonard's. And I'm standing.
And just for the listeners who don't know that part of the world, that's about 20 train stations that way and about 20 train stations that way.
Yeah. And I was trying not to giggle. And so was the guy doing the conversion. I was still giggling back at the restart because it did the job, but oh my God.
And the tight head prop was sitting there crying?
Well, yes, because he had been one of the
recalcitrants?
Yes.
Look at me with the $10 word.
Well, yeah, very good. And the captain's going, "You heard that blank, 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 ref. You're not meant to blank, blank, blank that. He told you not to blank, blank, blank that. And you blank, 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 blank did it. You're a blank, blank, blank idiot. Don't blank, 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 do it again." And, it was repeated quite largely.
Hello, Australia. I love it.
It was just brilliant. And the prop that I carded had his hair full of glitter and his face covered in glitter because it was Ladies' Day.
Yes, that's what we love.
As you do. And, of course, he's packing down against the Blacktown prop, who I can assure you did not start the game with glitter. But by the end of the game, he also had glitter.
And that's going to stay there forever.
Did you get glitter on the top of your head, Rob?
I may well have done.
Yes.
And I was just thinking about the Blacktown prop when he goes home. So dull.
Please explain.
So you're telling me you played rugby today, right?
I thought it was rugby, not Mardi Gras.
And you've come home in glitter. Right, you go sit down there and you have a good long hard look at yourself.
Ladies' Day done right at Epping. I love it.
Yeah, and then a couple of junior games on Sunday. So it was a lot of fun. The kids on Sunday ran me around more than the kids on Saturday. So yeah, I was cooked on Sunday night. But good footy. Good footy. The wine. Well, maybe
after the game, Candace. Yeah. That's where it was different.
Yeah. So yes, that was my weekend. A weekend at home as opposed to the previous weekend in New Zealand. So happy days.
Excellent.
Pearcey, on the clipboard.
I had a clipboard. I went and we have had the pleasure of a new referee joining our Central West group.
Welcome.
Always love a new ref.
Yeah. So Matt from New Zealand, Hawke's Bay into Bathurst. I don't know why, but he came over here and I was asked to just go and see where he's at. He had a Colts game and he was all over it, not challenged in the slightest. It was so nice. He's a high-quality referee and he is very, very much welcome into God's country out here. So that was awesome to see. I think I'd done my job in about 10 minutes. Gave him some interesting feedback in that that's not how Aussies blow whistles. And,
no.
Just basically hanging shit on New Zealand, on his New Zealanderishness. But no, it was awesome. Great game of footy. Actually, Dubbo Rhinos have joined the top tier Colts comp, and it was great to see. Actually, I really, really enjoyed watching it. And then I had no appointments on the Saturday afternoon, so I went and raced my bike, which was great fun. Beautiful out here.
Yay.
So mountain bike or road?
-4 in the morning, and then I went on a road race in the afternoon. So it was lovely, just lovely. Got fifth out of 30 in a fairly torrid hill climb affair.
Did they get upset when they saw the motor on your bike?
There's no motor on there. This is the motor. Yeah, I may or may not have left my lunch at the finish line.
Oh, did you go that hard, did you?
Mm-hmm.
You're not exactly a shades of grey man, are you?
No, it's off or on.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, well done.
I got off the bike, and anyone who has a Garmin device, they'll know that after you do a workout, it tells you how long you need to recover. 57 hours, that's a record for me.
Yeah, well, funny you should say that. My weekend
Just
was
chill
like
for
that
2
too.
days.
Yeah, because the load just built, and my watch is yesterday was saying, rest, recovery period, yeah.
You
Yeah,
don't
halfway-
know me, Garmin.
Oh, it's so funny. That was like that. Mine was saying that to me at state champs. It's like rest day. I'm like, well, it's not going to be a rest day
Yeah.
today.
You
There's
don't know
another
me.
2 days of this.
Sorry, Candace, I can't do that.
Cannot do that. Alrighty, guys.
Hey, Candace, give us some stats. 100 episodes.
Okay, so out of our 100 episodes, these are the top 2 most downloaded episodes. So, drum roll, please. So the overall most listened to is our guest pod with Rachel Horton.
Yes, not
Hey!
surprising. Great guest, great human.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
the chat about being a rugby TMO really resonates with our guests and any listeners. So worth noting, so if any future pods getting some TMO guests or more information, people love it. Want to know more about it.
It's
And
very
our
much a topic du jour, isn't it?
It is.
The TMO is a real focus for so many people, and I think it will continue to be so for a little while. So having one of the world's best on,
I love it.
can't beat that.
And then our next one. So I chose one from 2026, and it's another guest pod, and it's from our chair of World Rugby. Dr. Brett Robinson was one of our other top ones from this year, which is amazing.
Yeah, not surprising. 2 of the best humans, 2 of the best podcasts. So that's impressive.
Yep.
So-
and they know a thing or two about the game too, just quietly.
Yeah. And there's a really good, I could probably pick a bunch more like top ones, but in terms of like people really resonate with lots of our learning ones, guest pods are in there, like Ella's in the top 10 as well. So like things are good.
Chewy wasn't there though. Funny about that.
No. That one was mixed with like the Melbourne Rebels. So maybe we need to have him on again as the season.
We definitely should have him on again.
Yeah.
That'll go well.
Shots
You know
fired.
what? I'll just press record. I'll just leave you, Pearcey, and Stu to run your own little thing.
Oh, we could just go 60 minutes of dad jokes. That's what the fans want.
There'll be a lot of editing required.
Shout out
Funny.
to the Supreme Leader Dickinson. I was talking to him yesterday. And shout out to Mrs. Dickinson. She's having a rough time. Love your guts, Fee. She's awesome. Rob, your favourite episode. What was yours?
It's a good question, Pearcey. I was having a think about that, and I think some of the early mischief was funny because it sort of formed how we pulled it all together. You know, the one we talked about earlier, where we're wandering around Manly trying to find the studio, and the other one where Candace and I are wandering around the back streets of Brookvale in the dark trying to find another one.
We did one. Remember, we did one in front of like the Opera House.
No, that's
and
true.
Bridge as well. We just
We
sat. We
did.
sat by a tree with road
did.
bikes and recorded a podcast.
We did. That was actually pretty cool. We had people all around us. We had wildlife. You know, brush turkeys popping in, bin chickens, you name it. And you know, just in front of the governor's house, Opera House right, bridge left, harbour beyond.
Yeah.
I think the audio text would have an absolute conniption about what we gave them. But gee, it was a pretty good setting, wasn't it? Probably the best outdoor broadcast studio you're going to get outside of a test match, right? So yeah, that was pretty cool as well. But I just like now how we've just got into that rhythm. I like the rhythm.
Oh, who doesn't love a rhythm?
Now that's a $5 word to say, but it's about a $50 word to spell, right?
Yes, I had to spell it the other day. I got it wrong.
Yeah, no, it's nasty. But I digress. So
I was going to do next the highest reel. So with the most likes and views, it was about the Super Rugby referees' new highlighter yellow kit. People loved that reel. They found it funny, engaging. Even some of the referees in Super Rugby also liked and engaged with it as well. So
Yeah, I
love
think
it.
I remember Rob just on our little group chat just sending a message that he screenshot the reel, and then there was a liked by it was Bocky, wasn't it?
I think it was
Yeah.
Bok, yeah.
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 We're the real deal.
So yeah, those ones clearly people love the joke side of it, but also because it's linked to the match officials, and I think people were just also wondering what's happening here. So yeah, I think that was really good and timely.
We've got two of the most popular highlighted colours this year. We've got the yellow and the blue. So what do you reckon we'll get next year? Do you reckon we'll go pink and green?
Do you think they'll change it? Pearcey is holding up an actual highlighter, by the way, everyone.
Can we go that one next year?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Pink and green, yeah.
Pink.
Can we get that? That's beautiful.
What's the other colour? It's hard to tell.
Tennis
yellow,
balls.
is it?
Tennis balls.
Tennis balls. So same yellow, pink and
what color
pink and
are the socks?
Let's pluck another one out. Orange.
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 No, if you remember, Stu and I were asked to wear an orange jersey this colour for the IRB, and we threatened to make our skin Oompa Loompa the same colour.
So you were thinking of entering politics after that, were you?
Yes, very much so.
Well.
And lastly, to finish up with some key moments, is our most watched YouTube video is still to this day the Erasmus playing the law book one. So there's clearly some listeners out there that definitely loved that pod and want to rewatch
and look,
about how
all of us
he likes to play the law book.
We love to see Rassie just pushing boundaries. That's what we love about rugby.
And I think that was the particular
Poking
match where
bear,
where South Africa did that maul off a ruck.
General play.
It was one of those ones, or was it
general play lifting?
Yeah.
Some of his
or was
bear
it the
poking...
one where it was the person was always offside from the kickoff on purpose? Was it that one? There was that.
I think it was that. Yeah, it was that one.
Yeah, I think it was that one too.
And it was versus Italy, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Andy Brace was the referee, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So, yes, I don't mind a bit of bear poking, but sometimes you've got to pull your finger back.
Yeah.
Now we're all wearing commemorative jerseys. Candace, you've got a World Cup one there, which we love. You've rolled that out before. It's fair to say that your wardrobe may not be where you are at the moment to have gone any deeper than that. Rob, just stand up for the listeners. We've got a Rugby World Sevens World Rugby referee signed by a lot of people. I can see Puncho. I can see Nick Hogan, AJ Jacobs, someone else from Canada.
Oh, yeah.
Tex is down there.
Tex.
Cat Roach, Jess Ling.
Yeah, nice.
Adam Leal's in there. So
beautiful. You got patio furniture on there?
Yeah, I think he's there somewhere.
At the back of the patio.
So this is from the 2023 World Series Sevens held in Sydney. So I was living with those guys for a week, guys and girls actually, match official liaison officer, but also was in the tech zone. So we're managing subs and dealing with coaches or not, as the case may be, because a couple of the coaches were a little bit naughty.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No surprise.
Yes, and if you're a betting person, you could probably pick the country in one shot.
Fiji?
No, you've blown your chance, Pearcey.
It was a piss-take chance.
Well, they currently have some disciplinary issues still unresolved, so there is a theme there. But that was a fabulous week, and met a lot of these people for the first time, and we had a ball. So they very kindly surprised me at the end with this.
Can I say great jersey?
That's
I love it.
Really pretty.
Yeah, first time I've worn it. It came out of the special spot this morning for our centenary episode.
Oh, yay.
So I love it.
Yeah,
it's still, where's the good
still
stuff?
got the tag on it.
Oh, so has the tag.
Yeah.
Love it.
And I'm wearing a 2009 Fly Emirates. It was called IRB, the International Rugby Board. It's now transitioned to a world thing. I wore this in my first test, Tonga, Fiji, and I was also given. Let me just do this. That for the same day. Don't get to wear it much. It's not very green anymore.
It's the referee cap, everyone. That has nice and velvet. It says 2009 on the side.
It's got a tassel that you can swing.
Woo!
We love a swinging tassel, mate.
Yay!
That's not where you usually have yours. I got to say, Pearcey, looking at that jersey, you're doing Fiji Tonga. It's going to be in either Fiji or Tonga.
But
That would have been a very hot piece of kit to be wearing.
Oh, mate, I could have been wearing a mesh singlet. I was still going to cook.
Yeah, because those ones are quite thick, aren't they?
And what you got to remember is I had the Murray Tregoning wetsuit comms gear under it.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was
My
in a
God.
sauna from minute one.
You couldn't have brought your lunch up on that because there
No.
wouldn't have been anything left.
No.
Holy moly.
And I sweated a lot that day, but Ian Scott, he sat in the stands for me and he sweated more. The great man, Scotters.
Did you have a TMO?
No.
No, I didn't think you did. No.
Did I have ARs that spoke English?
Probably not.
No.
Are you in Tonga or Fiji?
Tonga.
Nice.
Yep. That was good. It was a great day out. Great day out.
Pearcey, deep end, go.
Yeah. No, it was fine. And the commentary was hilarious too because I think they did 20 minutes in Tongan and then switched to English and then switched back to Tongan. And Captain of Tonga, Teki Tupulotu.
Ah, techie.
Yeah, deep end.
Techie. Candace, you've met Techie.
Yes. I have seen him.
We've all met Techie and his brother. That's a chat for another day.
How about we do general rugby news?
Yes. There has been some NPC law variations that have come through. Yeah, I've read them. feel like Rob might have the list on hand.
No, I don't. You're doing better than me, Candace, because I've been trying to find them. And do you think I can find the proper list? I know there's one about conversions and where the players stand. And I know they've pulled in, I think, some of the Super Rugby variations, but I cannot find a formal list.
Maybe I'm getting it mixed up. There is the US one.
Oh, yeah, that's the US one. What I can see from the US variation is they've basically taken on board all the World Rugby updates.
Yeah, because I was reading those ones. So from the law changes, there's US for the rugby season. They're taking on some minor wording changes to create some more clarity, which is sort of linked with World Rugby in particular about the in-goal restart outcomes. The 22 dropouts, making it super clear, and then any foul play things in relation to pushing teammates without the ball is also a penalty offense.
Which is one of the ones we talked about before,
Yeah, so that one is clear for the US. I think, was it Pearcey? Did you find anything?
And by NPC, I thought you meant the New Zealand version, but
no, I did. That's actually
okay. So what I can find here is that mainly relates to judicial process.
Easy for you to say.
Variations. That's very hard to say.
So I think we've got some homework. Our homework is to send a missive across the Tasman and find out exactly what they are. So that's a job for next week. I thought they would have been clearly available, but they're not.
And there's some good footy though. I have accidentally found myself watching a couple of games just randomly. The Tasman Makos and the Manawatu Turbos, I think they are. I was watching the other day.
Yeah.
It's great footy. Hawke's Bay Magpies. I can't remember who they were playing.
So little segue, Sam. When we were in Auckland last weekend, it was wet and it was miserable, and we're staying in Albany, which is within line of sight of North Harbour Stadium. So we thought, we'll wander up to the stadium and have a look. And on the way, we passed a couple of rugby grounds, and the rugby grounds are set up. So we wandered in and had a look and went, there's a game on. Yeah, Masters. Oh, great. Who's playing? Oh, these two teams. I said, doesn't look right. Yeah, we're rugby league. We're borrowing the ground for a day. I was like, okay, righto. So the flip side of what happens here, and we play rugby on league grounds, they play league on rugby grounds. But anyway, we wandered up to the stadium, doors wide open, wandered through, gave ourselves a tour, went up a couple of levels, found a woman sitting at a desk. On the way, we found a catering room full of food. It's like, okay. Well, actually not full of food. There wasn't much left, just a few bits of toast, but clearly people have been eating. Anyway, long story short, she was the North Harbour dietitian and physio, I think, and it was day one of training for the NPC for North Harbour. So about 15 minutes later, the team all filed out, and they were doing their very first drill together, and I've got to tell you, it was tipping down, and it was cold, and it was windy. We met the team manager. He took us for a tour on the facility. So, and this is the team that had Tane Edmed recently. So I'm going for North Harbour in the NPC now. So
Woo!
watching them, and it is good footy. It's very entertaining. It's very pure.
Is it
And there's North
available
Harbour-
on Stan Sport? Is that
Yep.
normal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And those North Harbour people, they quite often have the best kickers in the game because they kick with wind that the rest of us just can only dread. They really are challenged there. Windy part of the world.
Yeah. So anyway, a little digression. So homework, find out what those NPC law
NPC.
variations are.
Okay.
Love it.
Next is, could the study into head injuries change women's rugby? There is a article link with that. So it looks as though there's some former players have backed a groundbreaking new research into the impact of concussions into women's rugby. When I've had 2 concussions from playing rugby, and anytime I saw a concussion expert, they're like, "You're just more likely to have it just from being a female." I'm like, cool. That sounds annoying.
That sounds
and then
fun.
if you already have any underlying prerequisites or anything, like let's say like your family has a history of migraines, or maybe you suffer some like learning disabilities or other things, then you will find it way more difficult to come back from a concussion, longer than what they require as well. So it'd be interesting to see with that and those special mouth guards as well, to see how that links together.
Yeah.
Because each individual player will have their own special requisites.
Yeah, correct. And I think that's a sign of the maturing of the sport and the game, and the recognition that female bodies and playing styles are actually different. So a lot of the data sets previously were based on, not surprisingly, males. But the physiology is different and the dynamics are different. So now there's more money going into researching the female part of the game, which I think is a good thing.
There's at least some
it's
money
interesting with
going
the
in there now, Rob.
symptoms too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the women have different symptoms than the men for concussions. Like they say men have more amnesia, while women have prolonged headaches, mental fatigue, and difficulty concentrating. So it's also like for physios and people to be aware of those symptoms, because the players might not know. Yeah.
And there's so much in this space we just don't know, and it is worth studying because some of the worst case scenarios we're seeing, they're bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, and also because we've got more participation now, we can get better data sets. Previously, the data sets are pretty shallow, so you might get possibly even a misconception, such as the person who spoke to you. You know, they may or may not have been saying that based on empirical evidence. It might have just been, oh, well, that's what I think, and we don't need that. So, building these sort of data sets up, and like we had with the Match Official survey recently, that helps develop the game for better. So, I like that.
We can review some of the Super Woman Championship final that happened here in Sydney.
How good was that game?
I loved it.
Fantastic.
Because of my fall, I watched it at home. I was going to go there in person to watch it, but I really enjoyed it. It was fantastic footy, back and forth, really.
And the Waratahs about
held
6 weeks
in.
ago, they look down and beaten.
Yeah.
And they have really risen from the ashes, claimed our local title, and gave the Blues a real scare.
Yeah.
Well, they've done it the hard way. They had to win a semi in Perth. They had to win the final in Fiji, as we discussed. And
they finally get their own game.
Yeah. Both teams had a couple of key outs, which was disappointing. But, my goodness, I mean, the girls had their chances. They could have won that.
And best on ground, can I say, Ella Goldsmith.
Yay! Very good. I think, the team worked very well together, and I think, it flowed really nicely. I just highlighted one thing, which I found it was with Ella. There's about 16 minutes in, and the throw wasn't straight. And there was a contest in the line-out, and there's an option for a scrum or a line-out for the opposition. And Waratahs went back thinking about it being like a free kick or something. And Ella had to remind them of, no, we're doing world rugby laws, not super.
I was surprised they were playing that variation. I don't know why. So I'll be intrigued to know about that.
Imagine the comp administrators just forgot to ask.
Yeah, maybe. So
I
no
think
real impact. But
that comp really didn't fall under any other remit. It was two other cohorts coming together, so it's understandable they forgot to administer something.
It's almost a friendly, right?
Mm.
And I don't want. I hate the term friendly for that sort of rugby, but
it was played
you know
in
what
good
I mean.
spirits. I really enjoyed the game.
Oh, look, it was played in awesome spirits. It's fantastic, and I think it also shows that a bit of game time develops the product really quickly. So just find more space in the calendar. Let's back them, give them more matches, build, because we've got the talent. We absolutely have the talent.
It's too short. I want to be entertained
way
longer.
Too short. And we lose athletes because of it, because there are other sports they can play that will pay them more.
And they get more weeks of footy.
Yeah. So it's a no-brainer. And if you then look at all those athletes that have gone elsewhere and you pull them back into the game and you want to win a World Cup in 2029, all of a sudden it's like, hey, who are we going to choose?
Yeah, I was watching some NRLW the other day, and there's a lot of rugby converts in there making decent money now, which you can't blame them for.
Well, there's not really much of a rugby league pathway for women.
Not beyond there. Like it's
beyond rugby.
To there, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go look at the 7s girls, the 15s girls, the super girls, and okay.
And in practice, they just want to be playing footy. We know this. They've got some bills to pay at home.
Yeah.
It's not hugely expensive compared to what the men's game is to just get it up and running. So
no.
Hopefully we can find a silver bullet to fix that problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, there has been some funding that has arrived recently. It needs to be spent wisely.
Diligent. I love that.
All levels of the game. Yes. So a good game. Get on it. Watch it. The match officials did their job really well. And yes, they were in the highlighters.
Excellent. Guys, I had a Law of the Week question from listener Dylan out of Orange. Shout out to Dylan, one of the most fastidious law interpreters I've come across. And he was telling me that he had great success.
Oh, great success.
With letting the teams in a scrum set their own mark. Where do we sit with that in the law book?
Well, that's interesting, Pearcey, because I like to set the mark, but then I let the hookers decide the space.
Interesting. Because the law book, and I have cheated. The law book does talk to this, and I thought it did. I remembered in my little.
Surely, if you're giving advantage and have to go back somewhere, like you need to give them.
And look, we all know most of the 90% of the time it's an arbitrary decision. We're going to play the scrum here. Like it's not overly important if it's 36 or 38 meters out. It's not overly important if it's 15 or 20 meters in from sideline. But once we decide where the scrum's going to be, does the referee make the mark or do we let the players make the mark? And look, I'm old enough to remember that we used to let the players do it and it ended up in a fist fight most of the time. So there are days where the referee has to be really firm on. But on a day where the players are being compliant, can you let them make a mark? Of course you can. Of course you can. But what does the law book say? Anyone want to guess?
Referee makes the mark.
19.2 and 3.
About to say, I was like, I assume it's in there, but I've never read it.
Yeah.
19.2, a scrum is formed in the scrum zone at a mark indicated by the referee. 19.3 is probably more important. However, probably open to some interpretation. The referee makes the mark to create the middle line of the scrum, which runs parallel to the try lines. However, we see a lot in professional rugby where the referee makes a mark parallel to the touch line, so lengthways along the field, because at professional footy, it seems to be more important that the hookers put their feet on the right line rather than the depth. You alluded to it, Rob, that it's the space they set. When you get the game playing on lateral, where the heads end up beside each other.
I see what you mean. So, like, just draw a line this way?
It's funny. That's a good point.
Some people
Pearcey.
do it this way.
Yeah.
I've always done it across the field. I've never done it the other way.
So parallel with the goal line?
Yeah.
Yep. You will see Bocky does it, Gus does it. They actually say this is the line that I want, and they say to the hookers, this is the line I want your right foot on.
Yeah.
Just think that through for a second.
Yeah.
That does create the lateral spacing, and they're not
offset.
so worried about the gap there, because once you bind, the gap ends up exactly what you want it.
Yeah, and look, it's an interesting
point. Should we get like
the
little football one where they spray a line?
I love that. Get a bit of Gillette shaving cream on the field.
Sure. Just
yeah,
add that to our pocket or our little
love that.
clip.
that is so performative. It's just
It's awesome.
Oh God, yes, create some theatre with the referee with some graffiti artist paint in his pocket.
Yeah,
So,
let's do it.
Well, a shout out to one of the funniest hookers I've ever refereed, Sao Fainga. It used to be a real problem when you're refereeing him because he just wanted to get that right shoulder up. So he would absolutely keep moving to the right. And I remember there was a final there, I think it was East in Randwick, and we had Antonio Helengahu, brother of Dan, hooking for Randwick against Saya hooking for East. And basically I set the scrum on the 5 metre line adjacent to the touchline, and they ended up walking nearly to the 15 metre line inside just playing games. And I just sat there laughing at them. Hey, boys.
Well,
shall we pack a scrum, or do you just want to keep crabbing across the field, you idiots?
Well, that's why I like letting the hookers sort it out, because that actually, I think that adds a little bit to the spot. I can step in if I need to, but
it's not about that. In the game, 19.4 says teams must be ready to form the scrum within 30 seconds of the mark being made. That's newish. That wasn't there when I was talking about, and if it had been, both of them would have been having a rest.
Oh, I got to say, in subbies, it's not going to work. Yeah. Particularly low grade subbies. 30
make
seconds.
The mark late.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Come on, guys, I made the mark.
I'm about to make the mark, and I look around to see if they're relatively close. If not, it might be a long.
Well, I think I said a couple of weeks ago, I had a player accuse me of not having due regard for player safety because I was hurrying them up on this scrum sequence. At which point I pointed out the 30-second law, and he goes, and he's Sydney Irish player. Oh, no. Yes. Well, that's a good one, Pearcey. I like that. The perpendicular or otherwise mark.
Yeah, so, interesting. And I don't think you can do a setup for all levels. I think clearly the professionals are trying to get different things out of it. And whatever you're doing at that level, it bears no resemblance to community footy. We always made the analogy that if the front row have got to go to work on Monday, the scrum's a lot easier.
Yeah, well, and that's back when the scrums were a lot messier too, right? So there's a completely different mindset around that. But yes, I agree. You've got that balance between competence and knowledge and just trying to learn it, trying to get through a scrum. And, the elite level, they're playing games. At this level, they're just trying not to hurt themselves. Yeah. And occasionally you get someone who knows what they're doing, and it can cause a bit of havoc.
And we always used to say if you had a loose head that knew what they were doing and a tight head that didn't, that was a bad day out.
Or vice versa.
No, we always thought the loose head that had more penchant for skullduggery. We always thought there was more skullduggery at play when the loose head was the strong one.
Interesting. Okay.
Alrighty, I really like that law of the week.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah.
Is there any fun Stat Central things that we can finish off with?
I was going to just do a couple, and there may or may not be a theme. So I thought, well, it's a special week.
Woo.
What match officials can say they've raised the bat? And as best I can tell, we only have 2.
Raise the bat.
One's in the Guinness Book of Records.
Is that Kappa's?
No. The most international rugby union tests refereed, according to
we have a Southeast Asian referee who's refed 100 tests, haven't we?
Don't think so. No, it's actually Wayne Barnes.
Of course it is.
Way.
And this is what I like about it. We talk about 100 being a special number. He's stuck on Nelson. So
111.
111. So for the cricketers amongst you, Nelson, 111, one arm, one eye, one leg, after the great Lord Horatio Nelson. So yes, Wayne Barnes is officially recognised as the most capped referee of all time on 111.
Yay. Perfect. Love it.
And sitting on an even 100, I'm pretty confident but not 100% sure because there is some slight conflict on this, but I think it's right. We have one other referee. Any takers?
I want to see Kappa, so I'm out.
Yeah, you're out. Yeah.
This is not like any 7 stuff. It's like 15s.
No. Sorry, this is test match.
Test match. Yeah. Is it?
Can we try and narrow it down? Is it a tier
Jakob?
1 type referee?
Oh yeah, it's a tier 1. Yeah. It won't be a surprise.
And that South African referee?
Watson.
Pearcey's so interested, he's doing his nails.
It's one of
Andre
my pet
Watson.
peeves.
No,
I said Jacobs?
wrong
Does that-
hemisphere.
So it's not the South African? Okay.
Nope.
It's not Gussie. He's miles off. So that leaves South Africa or New Zealand.
No, wrong hemisphere.
Oh, you want to go up to the top. Okay. Nigel.
Yeah.
Yay! Oh, yes. Wales.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
valley.
Yeah. Boys from the valley. Yes, shout out to Nige. He's
And
still
that's
doing
exactly
his,
100?
I believe so. Although, actually, it may not exactly be 100. That's why I'm saying it's a bit iffy because there's some conflict in data, but he's got at least 100.
Oh.
I love it.
But Barnesy's recognised with his 111. So Nige is in that space somewhere. So that was the first thing. The second thing was 100 metres.
Because it's from the Commonwealth or something?
It's the
Is there
length of the
special-
ground we play on.
Oh.
Mm.
I was trying to figure out if you're linking it with any other sports stuff that happens.
Don't overthink it.
Mostly 100 metres.
And the other thing that we see a lot with 100, and Pearcey, you've sort of hinted at this, but from the opposite end of this, is you end up with a cap, a very special cap when you hit 100. And that's usually as a player and as a match official, I would imagine as well. You know, pull out your cap, Pearcey. Those caps are special. They're not the sort of cap you wear riding your bike, but they are very special caps nonetheless.
Yes.
And
I worked hard for that. Doesn't fit my head, but I worked hard for it.
there's really only one place in Australia that makes them like that, and they do the baggy green, as in the baggy green. That's the one. That's exactly it. Albion. Yes.
It's
And
actually
they
pretty
make-
cool, right?
Yeah. It's really cool. They make all our caps
Nice.
for our referees in New South Wales. So
Nice. I
Yeah.
love it.
They look a little bit ridiculous. I'm just going to take my headphones off to show you how ridiculous it looks.
It'll be
it's
for
not
the
about
YouTube
the wear.
listeners seeing how great Pearcey looks right now. We'll have to take a screenshot.
It's not the wear, it's the urn. It's
Correct.
the urn. And that's an urn with an E, not a U, by the way.
Yep.
Continue our cricket crossover or not, as the case may be. So, yeah, just a couple of little Centurion stats that I thought might be relevant to today's pod.
Very
Yeah, I
good.
love it. Good work, Rob.
Nice. Is there any last minute appointments we want to
Yes,
chat through?
yes.
If not, we can wrap it up.
We do have some appointments. We've got 2 sets of appointments to comment on. The first one is the women's internationals that are outside the WXV. They've come through. But what hasn't come through are the men's ones, and we've got test matches this weekend.
Oh, awkward.
Yeah, I know. So I'm not sure what's going on there.
Mysterious.
I think the appointment secretary's on leave for the week.
Well, I think it's something to do with that because I've actually asked the question and everyone's going, oh, yeah, shit, that's a good point.
I bet
Where are they?
I bet the planes are booked.
Well, I suspect
You
they
would
might
hope
be.
so.
Just quietly. So, to some women's tests coming up, there may or may not be some familiar names here. So, the first one is Fiji and South Africa, and that's in Suva. That's at the HFC Bank Stadium in Suva. So, don't often get games there. In the middle, we have Jess Ling.
Woo!
AR1 is Amber McLaughlin. AR2 is Erin Doherty. And TMO is Graham Cooper. So,
Yay!
Nice.
nice. Absolutely. Well done to that team. Foul play review officer will be a local appointment. So that would suggest it's probably not a bunker. Then Fiji, South Africa is a week later, 15th of August. And this is back at Churchill Park, Lautoka. So that's sort of where we see most of the rugby in Fiji. And there's a bit of a switcheroony there. So Amber jumps into the middle. Jess goes to AR1. Chloe Sampson comes up from Aotearoa to
Yay.
AR.
Very good.
TMO, most listened, watched, viewed celebrity
Woo.
on Play on Pod, Rachel Horton.
Yay!
Well done. And another foul play review officer being appointed locally. So then we skip to O'Reilly Cup in Auckland. So that's Go Media Stadium on Auckland, which actually is North Harbour Stadium, I think, where we were touring last week. And that's New Zealand, Australia, O'Reilly Cup, of course. And Margaret
Woo!
Cogaroa's got that. She's in the middle. Amber and Jess are on the flags. Estelle Vaiapu, and I think I've got that right, is the TMO, and again, a host union appointment for foul play review. Then we go up to Fukuoka and Japan and Fiji. So that's Ella in the middle for that. We've got Lee Chui-Yan Sunny on the flag, and I reckon that might be Sunny Lee, as we know her. So Sevens referee.
From Sevens, yeah.
Yeah, from Sevens, she's refereed out here. So shout out to Sunny. And Hibiki Ikeita from Japan. No TMO appointed to that one. So I don't know whether that means it's coming or not. So
there'll be no foul play there.
What? No TMO, let alone foul play. So yes, I hear you, Pearcey. South Africa, New Zealand in Johannesburg on the 5th of September. So Zoe Nord from South Africa is doing that with Gianna Viljoen, also South Africa, and Angie. Ooh, this is a tough one. I haven't seen this one before, and I think I might butcher it, but Bezuntahut. So well done, Angie. Well, yeah, well done, Angie, and apologies if I butchered that. Quinton Immelman is the TMO there, and foul play review officers are local. Then the final one is 3rd of October, Ireland and Japan in Cork. So I reckon that's a doozy, absolutely. And Clara Monorini's got that one.
Oh, yay.
So I love that. Ireland, Japan with an Italian referee. That's brilliant. Hollywood is AR1.
Hollywood.
Amber Stamp Dunstan is AR2. Dan Jones, I hope I pronounced that correctly, is the TMO, and a local in the foul play review box, which could well be someone we know as well. It might be Ollie, but we'll see where that goes. So congratulations to everyone there. And
I like all those women international appointments.
Absolutely. And Sod's Law being what it is, after we wrap the pod, we'll probably get an email telling us all the men's ones.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll have to do that next week.
I was just checking on right that Ella's trip to Fukuoka, that's a beautiful spot. Really enjoyed that one down south. That is a beautiful spot.
And it's going to be a little warm down there. And it's typhoon season as well. So that could be interesting.
Absolutely.
It's like pack for everything and good luck.
I know it won't be cold. I can guarantee you.
I was thinking like pack for everything, like a windbreaker or like anything else.
Yeah,
it won't be cold.
My money's on 20-minute water breaks in that one for sure. Because that'll be steamy. Right down there in the southwest.
Well, thank you for 100 episodes, people.
You guys have been great.
Candace,
it's been awesome.
You've been great. You're the great one here. Rob and I just are along for the ride and bringing mediocrity back.
But God, we do that well, Pearcey. It's hard to do mediocre well, but we've
I celebrate mediocrity.
Well, I love what you guys have also chosen to wear as well. So for anyone listening on YouTube, you'll be very happy to see all of us in our lovely outfits. And happy 100, and see you all next week and enjoy the rugby.
Thanks, legends.
Sure.